Okay, so we discussed tell based on this rule, controllers make forwarding rules and according to them configure packet switches via southbound interface. In the end, the network devices perform a simple forwarding based on quick lookup in the forwarding tables. Standardization of the first ISDN architecture was taken up by forces in IETF. According to forces, network element consists of several control elements in the control plane and the forwarding elements in the data plane. Since Forces was not designed with a long-term vision to implement SDN architecture, only with the emergence of OpenFlow, the significance and usefulness of SDN architecture has arisen. OpenFlow is based on Ethernet switch with an internal flow table and a standardized architecture for adding and deleting records in the flow table. With understanding the need for standardization, IETF expands the forces with RFC 5810. Okay. So the development of SDN attracts the attention of research community. So it has been noticed by the SDN research that SDN research is focusing on control and application plane programmability. For data plane, it should follow two basic principles. First is simplicity in the process of packet forwarding, and second, generality in the independence of SDN architecture from the technology through which the network is implemented. So the main challenge of SDN is in the control plane. That is why the data plane was neglected. So now data plane has to respond to new conditions in the network, and programmability is the method by which this flexibility is achieved. Under new conditions, we include changes in requirement, constraints, and data plane state. Although specific issues of data plane flexibility and programmability were addressed in earlier papers, it is important to note that there is no comprehensive survey. So several tasks has been carried out. So first what we did was an overview of data plane architecture in Forces and SDN and the differences between two was modeled. Then a definition of network flexibility and programmability and some general considerations of flexibility in other domains were studied. Then a review of constraint of Forces and data plane architectures is studied. So what is the data plane architecture? So resources are represented by LFB, logical function block. Logical function block is a logical representation of single packet processing functionality. The data paths through which the packets pass and formed by the interconnection of multiple logical function blocks, and they enable complex task execution during packet processing. There are 8 type of frame types, 43 type of data types, and 14 metadata types. Metadata are associated with packets when traveling between LFB within their network element. IPv4 packet processing functionality is used to support QoS functionality or firewall functionality. So LFB chaining is done by LFB chaining, chaining of branches, and hybrid chaining. These are LFBs. In the mentioned work, method for sequential chaining was proposed, and a work frame for that method was implemented. The framework consisted of a LFB chain matching agent, which generates an appropriate LFB chain based on the incoming request. Agent performs the matching process in these steps, mapping request to a set of LFBs that can respond to a given request, combining LFBs into one or more chains, selection of the best chain from a set of chains. So there were two architectures that separated control and data plane, neon and ethane. So LFB provide for flow identification, packet classification, action processing. OpenFlow architecture supports pure OpenFlow switch, consists only a data plane based on flow tables and provide an interface for the logically centralized controller. Hybrid switch also supports autonomous operation as a convenient Ethernet switch. So data plane flexibility and programmability. So what is flexibility? Since there is no common approach, various definitions have been used and proposed in many papers. Flexibility in SDN, flexibility of new control logic is there, reconfigurable flexibility is there, which allows the addition of support of new protocols and flexibility of data plane structure. So according to papers, flexibility is defined as the ability of the network to adapt its resources, flows, and topology to change its requirement of the network. Flow steering, function placement, function scaling, and function operation. What is flexibility in other domains? Adding new features, mapping multiple forms. Okay. Next is definition of programmability. Mm, caching, transcoding, support of new protocols, and so on. Switch capability to expose the packet processing logic to the control plane to support systematic, fast, and comprehensive reconfiguration is known as the programmability. So flexibility and programmability of forces in OpenFlow. In OpenFlow, the data plane is of fixed pipeline structure whose forwarding model is based on the lookup of flow tables and execution of actions Programmability of data plane of OpenFlow is limited to the table flow content, which restricts flexibility to the flow adaptations. So neither forces nor OpenFlow are flexible enough, and so how can the programming be done? By using FPGA, SoC, and network processor. So FPGA is a hardware chip on which programming is done and then it is stored. Let's see SoC. So SoC has a programmable platform on its switch. On the Xilinx this SoC. The switch is based on a hybrid software hardware solution. The flow table lookup is performed in hardware, and if there is no matching, then software is utilized. An algorithm for flow table distribution into hardware and software uses switching performance and an optimization criteria and is implemented within the hardware abstraction layer. So it uses both hardware and software. NP based, the Ethernet switching chip is proposed. It is used for adaptive data packet transfer, while the server CPU is used for control and process traffic in the data plane. Software-based implementation or pure software-based implementation, implementation based on virtualization technique, implementation supported by hardware-based acceleration. So pure software-based solution is like Click Router is built from packet processing module called elements. The elements are performing simple router functions such as queue processing, packet classification, and providing interface to network devices. We do not need to go into depth of each and everything. We just know the basic name and the basic 4 5 lines of each, because it is a research paper. We are not here to learn each and everything about research paper. Our focus is basically to learn the techniques. Okay, implementation based on virtualization technique. So the next is machine virtualization, like Mininet is there. So you can just see and quote 3 4 lines about Mininet, which you already know. Then implementation based on hardware based acceleration, that is GPU is used, that is uh, graphical processing unit based acceleration framework. The input output engine is implemented for fast processing. Routing table lookup and IPsec encryption are offloaded from the main processors to GPUs. Means some part of the work is suspended from the CPU to the GPU. Okay, and this is how it becomes a little faster. And these are remarks on flexibility and programmability. So this is all about your programmability.